Hi, thanks for joining me. First of all, I want to say a massive thank you to the response that I had for my first video. It's actually been really overwhelming how much support and kind messages I received. People that have subscribed to the channel and liked the video. It's not necessarily what I was after by posting these videos. You know. My aim is to try and help people, to try and share a message to someone who might need it. So this message came to me last night. I had some other messages I wanted to share, and they kind of come to me in the evenings. And I'd made some notes on some other messages I've got the last couple of days, and I was following my intuition. My intuition said I don't post those yet, don't video those, don't film those yet. And then last night this one came in, and it just felt right. This is the message that I needed to share today. For whoever needs to hear it, it might not resonate with everyone, and that's fine. You know, my truth doesn't have to be your truth. If it doesn't resonate, that's it's cool. If you're here and watching and it means something, and it helps you, great. You know, that's fantastic. I'll have the other videos will be dropping hopefully next week. I don't know when I feel that it's the right time to film them. I will. I don't really film these. I just do them in one shot, so there's no editing or anything. It's just when it feels right. I've still got a bit of self-conscious nerves that the ego is throwing in today. It was my first video the other day. I was quite nervous, and I didn't really watch it back. I just kind of filmed it and released it, and I want it to be kind of that pure kind of nature and energy to it. So last night this message came to me, and then this kind of like two lines came to me. In the first one, it was, trust in the mind took me to hell, but trust in the universe brought me to heaven. And it's very apt at the moment. It was a message I wanted to share. So I've been to some dark places in my life. I'm not talking about, rough pubs and ropey hotels. I'm talking about the internal stuff. A few years ago, I was so low that I just didn't want to exist anymore. I was consumed with darkness. I won't go into the details because that's not what this is about. I'm not here to tell my story. Maybe that will come in a later video, but that's not what I'm here to share on today. It's the things that we label as anxiety and depression. I can only describe that as darkness, and where there feels like there's no way to reach the light, or no way of finding that light. It just feels like there's no hope. And this is about where that comes from, and what's the cause of that pain and suffering, and where that pain and suffering comes from within others. If you've been there, you'll understand. If you've not been there, hopefully you won't ever. You won't ever have to experience that. I look back and I realise that nothing from those times, there's nothing from those times that didn't come from the mind. There's no negative story that wasn't narrated by that little voice in the head. The little voice that if your head's saying, what little voice? That little voice. What if I told you, let's go back to the little voice. It's like the mind and the thoughts and the emotions. It's like they came from within. They came from the mind, and it felt like they were smothering my soul, smothering the real me, smothering the observer, I couldn't get that energy. That I was tired all the time. And it was like there was no way out, and it was like I felt smothered, and that was a hole in my soul kind of thing. What if I told you that we didn't have to listen? You don't have to listen. What if I told you that when the mind is trying to take us down, we can just look away and look at something that's bright and beautiful? What if I told you you could listen to something much, much deeper? You could take guidance from something deeper, something more powerful. Take guidance from your spirit, from your soul, your indwelling being. You can call it what you want. It knows the way, it knows the truth, because it knows the light, even when you can't see any. I've learned to do exactly that, especially over the past year. And that's what we can do. We can look away, and looking away might take over and over and over again, but we can do it, and eventually, as time goes on, that voice, like an ignored guest, just recedes, and the joy and peace returns, regardless of what's going on, regardless of what's going on in the outside world. That joy and peace can return from within. And today, that's how I live today. I live in joy and peace and serenity. I love my life. I love my life because I love myself from the inside. Because I've learned to look away, when that mind starts chattering, I look away. Or I try to. I don't get involved. I have the feelings like it's like an energy. I look at it like an energy now. I just don't get involved in that. I just notice it's there and aware of it, but I don't get involved in the chitter chatter of the mind that's talking about how good or bad that feeling is, whether it wants to push it away or whether it wants to cling to it. I try to not get involved in that. There's nothing external that can really take that peace away from me. The kingdom of heaven truly is within us. And that's kind of what I'm here to do today. I'm here to hold out that hand of hope. Offer that hand to anyone who's struggling. There's a lot of people struggling with what's going on at the moment in the outside world, and I personally know a fair few people who have kind of drowned in, let the mind drown them, and that they're unfortunately no longer with us. It's sad. Please, if you're struggling, please reach out to me personally, to someone close to you. I'll drop my social media links in the comments if anyone needs someone to reach out to speak to. You don't need to suffer. You don't need to suffer. If you ask for help, it will be given. I can promise you that. So that's my message today. You don't have to suffer. I don't suffer anymore. Even through painful situations, the suffering isn't there. I don't buy into that gobbledygook that the mind spits out, the narration. I try as best I can to listen to my soul. And there's a lot of techniques that can help with that. You just have to be willing, you just have to ask for help. So if there's anyone you feel might benefit from this message, please share. If it resonates with you, if this video resonates with you, you subscribe to the channel. There'll be more videos coming. Drop a like. It always helps the algorithms in YouTube to share, to spread the message to even more people. And yeah, if there's people you think are struggling, please reach out to them. Like I said, we don't need to suffer. It's not necessary. So yeah, that's all I really had to say today. Just to share the message of hope that this is what's available. This is what's on offer. All you have to do is reach out. Make that first step, ask for a little bit of help. Trust the universe. Just have a bit of faith. And it will bring you to heaven. That's my experience. Like I said, I'll be dropping some more videos as and when it feels appropriate and as and when I feel guided to. And I really hope this helps someone. Feel free to drop a comment or some feedback to me. And thank you for being here. And stay safe. That's all from me today.